Hello all. So in this video, we'll learn how to generate a unique employee number by entering the details of employee in any organization. So let's take a scenario that if federal employee joins any new organization, so the new organization will add the employee details, and after entering the details, the unique employee ID will be generated. So this would be a scenario. So let's try to create a procedure for generating a unique employee number. So syntax you can see here, create or replace procedure. So I'm writing procedure name as p underscore get employee number, and the parameters I'm passing like, so whatever the details which you are adding into the table or during the from front end, whatever the values, if the values which are you are going to add, those values will be taken as a parameter in parameter. So I'm passing p underscore ename in varchar 2, then p underscore sal which is of in type or in mode number, p underscore job which is of in again varchar 2, and department. So these are the records, or we can say this is the information which I am going to pass, and from this information, if this information is valid, then the unique employee number will be generated. So this is my scenario. So as next, I have declared four variables like the employee number which will be uniquely created. So that's why which will be stored into v underscore employee number which is of number data type of size 10. Then p underscore employee number, this will be the parameter of number data type, and p error of error code of varchar 2 size 10, and p message again it is of varchar 2 of size 100. So these are the variables. So we'll come back to these variables where in which cases we have used these variables I will explain you. Then begin. So again I have taken one sequence. So employee v underscore employee number. So the sequence is created. Let me show you the sequence. So the sequence is, so this is my sequence. So create sequence seq underscore emp number. So what is basically sequence? So sequence create a automatic number, unique number for a new record. So when you insert a new row, that the new or unique number is generated. So that's the sequence. So it's automatic counter which generates a unique identifier for a new row. So this sequence we had created of name seq underscore emp number. So if you have any queries regarding sequence, you can watch our video on separate video on sequence. So link will be in the description box. So this sequence I have created. So let us fire this sequence first. So the minimum value of this sequence will be already it is present. So fine, not an issue. So already I have fired this query. So it's okay. So what is the minimum value of the sequence is 1 will be the default value, minimum value. It will start with 1, and the maximum value will be the up to the hard disk capacity. So it might be a it might be very large. So you will implement this sequence into this begin block. So we have used it. I have stored the sequence value into the v underscore employee number. So the unique number which is generated will be stored into the v underscore employee number using the sequence. So syntax to generate the next value or the new value is seq underscore employee number, that is sequence name dot next val. So next val again it is a pseudo column, right? So next val it is used. So by firing this, you will the new sequence or the new unique number will be stored into v underscore employee number. Now let's insert all the records into the database. So from front end, all these values will come. So from UI, user will enter or any employee will enter the details, the all the personal details of his into that UI or into that form. So from that form, all these records will be coming over here, and these records will be inserted into the database. So how those are inserted? So insert into table name. So I have created one simple table, that is n1. So let me show you the table also. So let me fire the query for table, that is n1. So this is a table which I have created. So employee number, e-name, job, and so on. This existing table is present. So what I did here, insert into n1. So what I'm going to insert here, employee number, then employee name, then salary, then job, and department number. So all these values the user will enter. So from front end, these values will be entered, and so values will be taken from the these parameters. So whatever the parameters are coming from that, the values will be taken. So v underscore employee number will be generated automatically from the sequence p underscore ename. So this ename will be coming from the front end. So this will be entered by the user p underscore ename. Next, likewise, p underscore cell, again it is coming from the, we will see here it is a parameter. P underscore job, it is coming from the front end, and P underscore department. So these values, whatever the user is entering, these values will be entered into the database table. So that's why I have fired the insert table, insert query. Next, whatever the variable is generated, that I will store into the P underscore employee number, or the sequence number, the employee number which is generated. I will store again back to the P underscore employee number, because you will see here P underscore employee number I have to pass, or I have to print onto the console. Then P underscore error code. So this employee number is success. So that's why I am printing. That's why I'm printing one as an error code. And P underscore message registration successful. Employee number is. So I am concatenated with 2 char. So this employee number is in the number data type. I am converting into the 2 char. So it will show on the console the value of employee number, V underscore employee number. Then dbms underscore output. So this message I'm printing on the console. If all the things are going well, then the employee number will be generated properly. Next, commit. So all the changes will be saved onto the database. Next, if at all exception is coming, so like if the employee number in place of employee number, if he is trying to enter the character, if he is trying to enter his name in place of employee number, or let's take an example, this one, or sal, in place of salary he is trying to put the characters, then the exception may raise. So if at all exception is generated, if at all exception is raised, that exception will be raised into these blocks. That is exception when others, then we have to print the error as 0, means registration is not successful. And p message we will be printing as registration failed, employee number not generated. So if at all any exception is generated, or if at all any error is coming, then we have to print this message. Next, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line, and print all this message on the console. So let's run this code. I am running all this procedure. Yes, so it is compiled properly. Now let's call this procedure. So we have to call the procedure with correct parameter types. So let me show you first table. So this is my existing table into the database. All the records are there. Now first parameter is, so you will see in the procedure name, the parameters are employee name, salary, job, and department number. So let's pass those parameters. So employee name. So let's take employee name as Ramesh. Then next is salary, job, and department. So salary I am taking 20,000. Job. Now his role is, let's take he is a developer, and department number let's take 50. So these are my parameters which I am passing into the procedure. So you have to correctly, we have to pass the parameters, otherwise it will throw an error. So if I run this, I'm calling the procedure, or I'm executing the procedure, you will see the message that registration successful and the employee number is 61. So the unique number is generated, right? So if I move to the table and if I refresh, so this is the existing table. So let me refresh. So after refreshing, you will see that the new record of 61 has been inserted. So this is the new record of employee number 61 is generated. That is Ramesh, developer, and his salary was 20,000. So like this, you can generate a unique record by using this procedure. So this is how you can create a unique identifier or unique employee number. So you can relate this example with different scenario, like let's take an example. When you register on a particular site, or on a you can, let's take an example of student. If a student is registering on a particular site, the student roll number will be generated. Or in the college, if the college enters the record of a student, or university enters the record of a student properly, then a unique number is generated, that is we can say PRL number. that is permanent registration number. So permanent registration number is generated by using this procedure also. So you can relate this scenario, or you can create a new procedure using student details, and you can generate a PRN number, unique PRN number, by using all these steps. So this will be a task for you. So you can implement this procedure for creating permanent registration number for a student. So that's all for this video. So I hope this video finds well. So please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. So thank you all and have a wonderful day ahead.